Ah, welcome, time travelers, and welcome, new time travelers. As always, if you're new to this channel and enjoy learning about history, one event at a time, then don't forget to hit that like button, comment, and subscribe. Without further ado, let's get into it. Today we're starting out with George Washington, the first president of the United States, who was inaugurated on this day in 1789 in Federal Hall in New York City, addressing his consistency on the proceedings of a new and free government. 1879 is when English physicist J.J. Thomson announced that he had discovered the electron, which helped revolutionize the knowledge of atomic structure. He later was awarded the Nobel Prize for Physics. Moving on to 1900 for two events. The first event is when American railroad engineer Casey Jones, later made famous in a song, passed away in a train wreck. I've never heard the song that he was famous in, but apparently he was made famous in a song. Anyway, the second event is when U.S. President William McKinley signed the Hawaiian Organic Act, which made Hawaii a territory of the United States. 26 years later, in 1926, when aviator Bessie Coleman, the first American woman to obtain an international pilot's license from the Federation Aeronautique Internationale, passed after her plane crashed during rehearsal for an aerial show. On this day in 1933, American country singer and songwriter Willie Nelson was born. 6 years later, in 1936, the National Broadcasting Company, or NBC, made their first public television broadcast in the United States at the New York World's Fair. 1945 brought us German dictator Adolf Hitler and his wife Eva Braun committing suicide in a bunker in Berlin. In 1961, the Soviet Union awarded a 1960 Lenin Peace Prize to Cuban Prime Minister Castro. 34 years later, in 1975, the South Vietnamese capital of Saigon, Ho Chi Minh City, fell to North Vietnamese troops during the Vietnam War. In 1989, Italian director Sergio Leone, who popularized the spaghetti western with his hugely successful Dollar Trilogy, which included the masterpiece of The Good, the Bad, the Ugly, that came out in 1966, passed away at the age of 60. 2002 brought us images of distant galaxies made by the new main camera of an advanced camera for surveys. The Hubble Space Telescope was unveiled. And finally, 11 years later, in 2013, William Alexander became King of the Netherlands after his mother, Queen Beatrix, abdicated. She had ascended the throne 33 years earlier. And with that, we return to 2024 and our current history. Until next time.